Ooh. Five. I'm just gonna wait to see if you guys tell me if the sound is good or not, because I'm gonna wait. Just tweeting it out. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. I'm here wherever I'm at, outside. Can you guys hear me good, or is it kind of trash? Because I don't have my tripod, I don't have my sticky, so I'm leaning it on something. I just want to know if you guys can actually hear me. Okay, great. Ooh, we here. Bam, bam, bam. I love this little queen's icon, queen thing. Thank you so much. So, I was just with a girlfriend of mine. She's my nail tech. I've known her for 10 years, like a long time. And we were talking about relationships. You know, I'm not an expert on relationships. I'm like you. I'm growing in my relationship, just like everybody else. However, there's a couple of things that I do know. You need to go after what you need and not what you desire. You know what I'm saying? And those are two different things. So your desires are more Venus based, and your needs are more your 7th house, what you actually need. If you look at the astrological 360 circle, it's a circle, and the circle needs to be completed. And if you are looking, if you guys are looking for a partnership relationship, you know, because I feel that we're social. I'm a Libra South Node. So relationships are something that I feel, it doesn't come easy to me, but it's something that I have more ease with. Partnerships, relationships, things of that nature. The art of compromise, the art of negotiation, which is very Libra and what you need in relationship. But your 7th house is what you need, not what you desire. Your desires are more Venus and Mars, okay? So your Venus, unless your Venus is in the 7th house, then we're having a different conversation. If your Mars is in the 7th house, we're having a different conversation. But I need you guys to understand, your 7th house is the yin to your motherfucking yang. It's the yin to your motherfucking yang. That's why when you meet somebody with your 7th house energy, you feel like you need them in your life. You feel as if there is something about you that I'm missing. I'm missing those elements of me, and I want that to be for me. So if you have an empty 7th house, say it's an air sign, and somebody comes in with an air sign and they have the art of communication, that's something you need. Your Venus and fire might be like, ooh, I want to hit that real quick, and I just want to have fun, and I'm just here for a good time, not a long time. But your air in the 7th house is saying, I need communication. I need somebody I can learn with. I need somebody I can joke with, okay? If you have, let's just go by elements, okay? Let's go by elements. If you have Earth on your 7th house, you need somebody that you can fucking rely on. Someone who is consistent, dependable, almost somebody who's a little bit like you can know what they're about to do. You can read them. A person who brings consistency in your life, a motherfucker who says to you, we're doing this shit to the dirt. That's if you have Earth on the 7th house, you gonna be like, that person's gonna ride with you till we can't ride no more. They're gonna go through all the seasons with you. That is Earth. Consistent, reliable, dependable, practical, down to earth. Okay? Salt of the earth. A chill motherfucker. Somebody you know they got my back. Like, you just know that person has your back. Period. Okay? If you have air on the 7th, baby, you need someone who's going to talk to you. Stop dating people. Stop looking for somebody who is not as gregarious, as talkative, as willing to share information with you. It's never going to work out. You need someone social, someone who cares about your ideas, your thoughts, someone who can banter. Okay? If your 7th house is in air, baby, you like a little debate. You like a little debate at the table. You don't, if you're a woman and you have 7th house in Aquarius and you around a nigga who's real mute and quiet, it's not going to work out for you. You're going to feel uncomfortable. You're going to be like, hold on, why is he not communicating? Why is he not talking to me? Why is he not just shooting the shit with me? Stop. If you have the 7th house in air, meaning Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you need someone you could be social with. This is not a question. It's a need. It's not a desire. It's a need. It's a need. I need you to be smart. I need you to take up the room. I need somebody with a gift of gab. I need somebody who's going to go up in there and talk that shit. Period. Well-read, well-cultured, speaks different languages even. A socialite. There's a social aspect to your relationship. I don't care how many water placements you got. You could be a Leo rising with a Cancer stellium in the 12th house, honey. You're still going to need a person who is social, who's going to bring you outside, who's going to introduce you to people. It doesn't matter, because when you're a Leo rising, you're the star. Okay? Even though you have Cancer in the 12th house, you like to keep all this family stuff private and behind the scenes. You don't want to tell nobody. It don't matter. The 7th house is saying, hey, I need somebody that I can be publicly seen with. All right? Anytime you have the 7th house in a fire or air sign, you need to be seen with this person. This can't be no, oh, we're hiding in a relationship. It's a secret. No, that shit ain't gonna work for you. It's never going to work. You're never going to feel safe. You're never gonna feel like that person really has your back because they're hiding you. 7th house is too social. It's too social for you. You're too social. If the 7th house is in a water sign, you need emotional availability. You cannot be with somebody who's emotionally stunted. It's never gonna work. Throw them away. You cannot deal with a person who is Moon in Capricorn, Mercury square Mars, Mercury in the 12th house. They don't talk. They're not emotionally available. They don't want to communicate. No. If you have water on the 7th house, you need somebody who's willing to cry, emote. You need somebody who is willing to be emotionally vulnerable with you. You need somebody who is willing to understand that the past does influence the present and the future. You stop playing with what you need. Stop trying to grow people emotionally. You don't need that. You don't need to do more heavy lifting in your 7th house. Your 7th house should already be nice and stacked. Okay? It should be stacked. Period. Okay? When you have water on the 7th house, you need somebody who's going to introduce you to their family. Somebody who values privacy. Did you hear what I said? Someone who values privacy. There's something about your relationship that's very covert, that's very subtle, it's very demure. I don't care if you have a bunch of fire placements. I don't give a fuck. Hear what I'm saying. The subject of this talk is what I need, not what I desire, what I need. There is a sense of familiarity even with water. Okay? This could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces on the 7th. You need someone who can be low-key. Baby, I need this. Okay? I need this. I don't need somebody who's, no. I need somebody who's been in therapy. Okay? I need somebody who has gone through the emotional gauntlet. I need somebody who understands emotional intelligence. I need someone who could read cues. I need someone who understands the undercurrent of the energy that we're in. I need to be able to walk in a room and know you have my back. I need to, thank you so much. I need someone who wants to introduce me to their family. If you're Capricorn rising and you're dealing with a motherfucker who's not introducing you to the closest people around them, red flag. Red flag. I should do a red flag video. I should just do a whole video on red flags and what you don't want in relationships. You need someone who's willing to go to counseling with you, to therapy with you. Somebody who's willing to be in uncomfortable silences. That is water on the 7th. I don't care how much other air shit you got going on, fire stuff that's like challenging that water. That's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about what you need. Not what makes you comfortable, not what you desire, not what you yearn for. I'm talking about what you motherfucking need. Like you need water, air, food to survive. The 7th house is going the yin to your yang. All right? I have Capricorn on the 7th like you. You need a consistent, reliable person, dependable. Someone you know ain't gonna fucking fold. Someone who does not fold, baby. Does not fold under pressure. Does not, and I'm not saying a person, stoicism is earth. There's a stoic element to this person. They are who they are, always. They don't move, they're not easily moved. Earth on the 7th is not easily moved. They're not easily impressed, and they are not easily moved. Do you hear what I'm saying? So if you're around a person who's trying to mirror other people, or like they're fame hungry, or they're label, that's not gonna work for you. We're Earth on the 7th. We don't like that. We don't like it. We don't like all that flashy shit. That's an Aquarius. They like that. Now let's talk about fire. Okay? Let's talk about fire. Fire on the 7th, baby. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You need somebody who's about that action. Not somebody who wants to talk all that shit, talk. No. Someone who actually follows through and does the things that they say they're going to do. A person who's actionable. A person who gets up and is motivated and inspiring. A person who inspires you. A person who knows how to light a fire under your ass. These relationships are not comfortable. Let me just tell you. But air risings, you guys like that. Because air and fire, you come together, you make a nice little warm wind. Okay? Okay? You need to understand that when you have fire on the 7th, you need somebody who's going to show up and show out. You don't like to be hidden. You don't like the private thing. You want to look the fuck good. When you guys are walking on the street, you guys are dressed your best. Somebody's wearing a red lip. Somebody got on a fire-ass power suit. You're being seen. You need to be in a relationship with somebody who brings you back to your joyhood. That brings you back to your instincts. That brings you back to your ability to see the world on a bigger perspective than just seeing what I see in front of me. Somebody who's able to shift your worldview. That is fire. Somebody who's able to incinerate and purify. Somebody who's able to take the relationship and truly cultivate it to be dynamic, adventurous. Somebody who keeps you on your toes. So, people with fire on the 7th, they like surprises. They like spontaneity. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you have a lot of earth and you're like, oh my God, Novi, I don't like surprises. Yes, you do. You like it from your partner specifically. You might not like it from your friends. You might not like it from your family, but you definitely want it from your partner. You want your partner to shock you. You want your partner to surprise you and you want your eyes to be like this with them because they open your perspective so wide. They literally make you see the light. They make you see the light. Okay? They make you see the light. You guys can hit the like button. There's 54 y'all in here. Okay, exactly. You said with Aries on the 7th, we got to take risks. These are the entrepreneurs. These are the people who love to do spontaneous trips. Hey, babe, let's plan a trip 6 months. They don't like that shit, no. Catch them off guard. They like a little action. You know what? Matter of fact, pack your bag, boo. Let me pack my bag. Pack your bag. What does that mean? I'm taking you on a trip this weekend. What? I already called your job. I already called your business partner. I already put everybody on notice. I planned this 3 months ago. I didn't want to tell you 3 months ago. I want to do it this weekend. They like when their partners be like, oh, what I gotta do? What's he gonna do? What's she gonna do? She gonna surprise me? Oh my God. They love that. They love that. Keep it spicy. Keep it adventurous. Keep it sexy. All right? Yes, if it resonates with you, hit the like button. Please and thank you. So that's what it is with fire on the set. So I don't give a shit. And this also stays true for the progressed chart. Now let's talk about the progressed. Let's talk about, baby. Walk with me. Hold my hand. Hold my hand. Walk with me. Walk with me. You started as a, hey babe, I'm on live. You started as a water rising. What you want, boo? Here we go. Hang it up in the bathroom so it doesn't fall off over.
Who that?
It's my astrology family.
On what platform is this?
It's on YouTube.
Oh, I don't know them YouTube niggas like that.
What you want? Boo, you can't read, so why you pretending like you could read?
She said I read like Floyd Mayweather.
Hey. Please go away. Let me know when y'all ready to get ready. Y'all getting ready now?
You about to go eat?
Yeah.
Let's go eat.
Let's go eat. Give me 10 more minutes.
Or we wearing this?
No, we're getting cute.
Like cute or just regular?
We're always cute, so whatever level that is.
I'm about to just wear a t-shirt.
You always look good, though.
Thanks.
So, what we gonna do?
I'll get my car and drive. Let's leave.
Yeah. Should we go by the store and get her some shoes real quick?
Maybe.
We have time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have time. Okay, I'll tell you. He's a Virgo rising. I'm a Cancer rising. See? Air. Earth and water. Right? Okay. Baby. Okay? He actually doesn't have any air placements now that I think about it. He has Saturn in Aquarius. He has Mercury in the 11th house, though. In Leo. So, he's a comedian. Yes, that's my husband. So, yes, babe. Roll up. So for me, I'm a Cancer rising. He has North Node in Capricorn. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? North Node in Capricorn, and he's a Cancer sun and a Venus in Cancer. Ladies, come with me. I don't have to convince him of shit. I don't have to convince him to want to live with me and marry me and have a family. I don't have to do none of that shit. It's already in his astrological DNA. Okay? He's a Leo moon, child. They need attention. They got to be the king of the house. I ain't mad at it. So, let's talk about your progress chart. Because the progress chart, that's where T is. Because I don't think y'all really know. I'm a Leo rising. Right now, I'm progressed. I started as a Cancer. I'm now a fire sign rising. That's why I'm known. People see me. I'm famous, low-key, all that kind of shit. Leo. Because I've now progressed into Leo. And by the way, I progressed into the second decan of Leo literally a month ago. And that has to do with, oh my God, that's a whole nother video. Oh my God, I can tell you guys so many things. Anyway, I'm a Leo rising. He's a Leo moon. Okay? Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. My 7th house now is in Aquarius. Malcolm has Saturn in Aquarius. Saturn now will sit in my progressed 7th house. Saturn equals commitment, long-term things, seriousness, maturity. If somebody's Saturn falls in your 7th house, they're going to want to be with you. They're going to want to lock it down. I didn't have to do anything. It just happened. You see what I'm saying? Let's talk about your progressions. So you started as, okay, she said I'm a progressed Taurus rising. Let's talk about it, Pooh. So that's Scorpio on your 7th house. You started as an Aries rising. When you were younger, you just wanted to maybe have a relationship, be in a relationship, be a girlfriend, okay? You wanted to do it maybe for the social aspect of it, right? Everybody else is doing it. I want to do it too. That's very Libra energy. Any air sign energy is like, oh, I want to do what they're doing, right? Because it's communal energy. But you learned over time that some relationships could be superficial, okay? They're not what you expected them to be. There's a lot of cosplaying in those relationships. And you could have gotten carried away by people's looks or their aesthetics because you have Libra on the 7th house. And you could have gotten carried away with how they talk. They talk to you nice. So that would get you to, see what I'm saying? Now you've grown up and you've matured. You're a Taurus rising. You want to take things slower now. I bet you're much slower in relationships. You're much more cautious now. You're looking for somebody who's done the work. I bet you that's what you're saying. I bet you. Who's done the work? Have you been to therapy? Did you heal your traumas? This is you as a progressed Taurus, baby. So no, you're not weird. And what I want you guys to do is use the progressed chart to see when signs are changing in your chart. Because it's going to tell you how your relationships change. It's going to change, even if you're married, the progressed 7th house can change and that changes the relationship. And that's what can cause some discourse and chaos in the relationship when the progressions are moving. You're Taurus rising. You're much more calm now. Much calmer than when you were a child and younger. Much more beautiful now too, honey. A natural beauty at that. Can attract money. Can attract so many things right now. You are in attraction mode. But right now you want to attract stability, consistency, and trust. Trust is the biggest thing to you. Trust. Trust and devotion. With Scorpio in the 7th, you're like, I need someone who's devoted to me. Who's willing to see me through a crisis, through a personal moment where I need to surrender, where I need to come undone. Do you hear what I'm saying? You need to come undone with Scorpio on the 7th. This is not the pretty relationship anymore. You're attracting people who are going through some shit, baby girl. You are attracting people that's going through some shit. Okay? I need you to understand that. You need to understand with Taurus rising, progress. You're beautiful. So beauty, someone who looks calm, serene, collected, cool, calm, chill, natural beauty. You're going to attract people who are in the dirt right now. You're going to attract people who are in the middle of a personal crisis. You just have to be able to use your discernment to know which part of the crisis are they in. Are they still identifying with the trauma, or have they released it and now they're in the surrender mode? You want to hear the word surrender when you're dating. You know, I've surrendered to love. I've surrendered to the pain my family has caused me. I've surrendered. I've given it up to God. You know, I put myself in a place where I'm not my pain. I'm not my trauma. This is why I keep going on y'all about this progressed chart, baby. You don't hear me on the progressed chart. Okay? So now let's talk about it. Baby, the progress is going to tell you exactly what's T. It's going to tell you the good and the bad. It's going to tell you all the things on where your relationship is going. Stop being, oh my God. Before you even look at a psychologist, psychiatrist, look at your astrological chart. I promise you, you'll see all the shit that's going on in your relationship. Okay? So I'm going to have to remove a couple people. Okay? So, let's talk about the next progress. Progress Virgo rising. Baby, you started as a Leo. It was all about you. Good and bad. See, Leo is not just good. One thing I clocked about Leo energy is you guys get burnt out. You guys are the golden child, and then you guys become the scapegoat. Or you're the scapegoat, and then you become the golden child. It's always something. Okay? So then, thank you so much. Hide whoever y'all need. So you started as a Leo. When you were younger, it was all about fun. You are popular, baby. 7 o'clock. Popular. Yeah, we can leave out here at 8. Whoever's going, I'll go to the bathroom last. Baby, for real? Are you not taking a shower? This man said he going to the gym. What kind of Virgo? It's such a Virgo rising. Let's talk about the progressed. Yes, Gia, do your thing. Do your thing, boo. You move around the room, so I don't gotta focus on it. You do your thing. So let's talk about the progressed. You're a progressed. You started as a Leo. Now you're a Virgo. The relationship was all about Aquarius stuff. Friendship. You could have friend zoned a lot of people. Let's keep it a bean. A lot of Leo risings, you guys friend zone motherfuckers. Even if you fuck them, you friend zone them. So, and a lot of, you could have had a very important relationship that had to do with the internet, meeting the person on the internet, things of that nature, or dating within your friend group. Very social, a person, and you like the most eclectic person in the room. Any Leo rising, if you see an odd couple, I promise you one of them is a Leo rising. I promise you. If you see any odd couple, like if you see a really tall, beautiful, gorgeous, slim, slender woman with, let's say, an out of shape man, I promise you one of them has a Leo rising. I promise you. Or the progressed Leo rising. I promise. Because when you have Aquarius on the 7th, you're looking for the most unconventional, non-traditional person in whatever that means to you. So let's put it in context. If you were raised in a very religious hometown, you'll probably end up dating somebody who's Buddhist or an atheist or a person who doesn't have a religion and is spiritual. You can date a rock star, a person who's just a scientist, somebody who's more cerebral, somebody who's more progressive in thought. That's what Leo risings are naturally attracted to. You guys are attracted to the weirdest, most dopest person in the room that a lot of other people don't think are dope. They don't think they're dope. So let's keep it a bean. Right? Now, that's fun and games. And that's cute. They're the dopest person in the room. But what is the foundation underneath this person? Because as a Virgo rising, now you're starting to look for people who are integrated in wholeness. You're looking for somebody who understands how interconnected the world is. You're looking for a spiritual, romantic partner. It's not just about the future anymore. It's about the universal aspect. So let me tell you, it's interesting being a Leo rising to a Virgo rising and then Cancer rising. Libra rising. Because you guys go through 3 different phases in your relationships. You attract the most unconventional person, then you attract the most spiritual person. Excuse me. Or the most artistic person. I'm getting over a cold. But if it's really out of whack, Pisces on the 7th can attract detractors, gypsies, people without a home. They can attract addicts. All of that. Okay? All of that. They can attract all of that stuff. It's almost like it's Aquarius, but to another level. When you have Pisces on the 7th, you can never guess who this person is going to date. They might have an aesthetic that they like, but the person's spiritual undertone is so vastly different from their upbringing. That's what gets them interested. A lot of the times these people date people that are from foreign countries and foreign lands and from other places far, far away, across an ocean. These people end up becoming entangled. This is very much an entanglement experience into something that is almost like a fantasy. It's almost like their dreams are coming to life. Their dream partner, their dream soulmate, and it could be either a good dream or a nightmare. Let's keep it a bean. So when you have Pisces on the 7th, you are more attracted to empathetic people. You're attracted to more spiritual, emotional people. Before you were attracted to thinkers. Now you're attracted to people who are emoters and saviors. There's a saving element in the relationship when you have Pisces progress in the 7th. And it's also the last stop. So the relationship becomes very extreme. It becomes very ordained. It becomes very like you feel this person's in your life for a spiritual reason. That's what it is. And you have to look at Neptune because that's what you'll be attracted to. So if your Neptune is in Aquarius, you'll be just attracted to more spiritually and mentally progressive people. Okay? Yeah, I know, girl. Here they come. Ciao. And you know what's so funny? I put this link on my Twitter and it makes me wonder what kind of people are following me. And I know people who are stalking me follow me. I'm a Scorpio after all. I attract very jealous people. I attract a lot of fucking weirdos. Hey, boo. A lot of weirdos. And then I got Mars in Aquarius too. So you know I attract a lot of motherfucking weirdos. Why do I find it hard to have small talk with women I'm attracted to? Does it have something to do with Mercury trying Pluto in my chart? Absolutely. Yes, babe. Mercury trying Pluto is like, I am motivated by thoughts and ideas. I love powerful speakers. I love people who use their words to massage and purge, detox, and rebuild the mind and the motherfucking energy. I love somebody who can turn me. You're sapiosexual. You get turned on with words, depth. You need that connection. You like somebody who's a little crazy. You like somebody who's a little out there. Mercury trine Pluto is moving a generation with your words. You want that powerfulness. So this is what so ladies, how many ladies are in here? Many ladies. Okay, listen, ladies. Let's have a heterosexual conversation real quick. Ladies, here's tea with astrology. All men do not like demure, submissive women. All men are not attracted to demure, submissive women. Not a Libra rising man. Not an Aquarius rising. Not a Leo rising. They're not. They like women. And I attract powerful women because I have a Scorpio stellium. I have stuff in the 11th house. I attract women who are looking to mold their power. I think I'm one of the teachers in your life to help you mold your power. My man, he don't like women you can walk over. He's not attracted to that. He's not attracted to that. At all. At all. So what I need you to understand, ladies, in the heterosexual world, real quick, this is a heterosexual conversation. Although I am a believer that even if you're in a gay situation, it's still a yin and a yang. There's still somebody more masculine. There's still somebody more feminine in the relationship. It always happens. I don't care if you got 2 dicks, 2 vaginas. I could give a shit less. I don't care if you are pansexual, bi-curious, binary. I don't give a shit. There's always a yin and a yang. There's always a more masculine and a more feminine in every single relationship. You can tell that just by looking at the chart and their most aspected planet. Okay, I have a bunch. I have 3 trines. Is the most thing in my chart. I have like 12 trines in my chart. Ease and flow. Malcolm has a earth trine in his chart, but baby, his moon is in a fire sign. Okay, my moon is in a feminine sign. He is the man, I am the woman. I promise you, if you look in the chart of you and your person, okay, what is the logic behind your constellation ideology? I don't know what that means, so explain that question to me better. If you look in your chart, I'm a Cancer rising. Okay, how about we just put it down to this? Look at your rising sign and look at which element your rising sign is in. Put it down. Tell me right now. My rising is Cancer. My rising is Libra. Right there, right? That will tell you one element of what you are. Okay? Boom. Your rising, is it feminine or masculine? This is how I'm going to teach you astrology. Feminine or masculine? Okay? I see a lot of feminine. I see a couple masculine. I see a lot of feminine. I see a lot of water and earth. Okay? And this is why my girls, my Libra, my fire girls need to know. So now look at where that planet is placed. Look at where the planet's placed. Is it placed in a feminine sign or a masculine sign? Come on, write it down. Write it down. Write it down. Write it down. I'll give you my example and I'll give you Malcolm's example. Hi, I'm a Cancer rising and my moon is in Taurus. That's double feminine. That's why I'm so girly. I'm such a girl. I am such a girl. Malcolm has a Virgo rising that's feminine. His Mercury is in Leo. That's masculine. His moon is in Leo. That's masculine. Do you see where I'm going with this? Just that will tell you off rip. If you're a woman and you have double masculine energy in your chart, understand you're an extrovert and men will challenge you. If you're a woman and you have masculine and feminine, you're able to go between both. If you're a man and you have masculine and feminine, you can go between both. If you're a man with double feminine, you're going to be more sensitive. Just off of this alone, you should know how to raise your kids. Just off of this alone. Straight up. And this will show you, right? You're like, yeah, my moon and sun is in Leo, but your rising is, but hold on, where's your Venus? Where's your Venus, babe? Your rising is what I'm talking about. That's how you drive throughout this life. See, I'm a covert driver. I drive low to the ground, underwater. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you guys hear me? You can do this with all your planets. Okay? Baby! And Taylor, you might be trying to, oh my God, stop fighting that shit. People tell me all the time, oh my God, you're very graceful. I'm very passionate, don't get me wrong, because my North Node is in Aries in the 11th house, so when I get on the internet, I get very fiery. I get very in my Aries energy. But if you were with me every day in real life, I'd be like, I love beauty. I love skincare. I love hair. I love looking pretty. I love fashion. I love art. Like, I'm very feminine. I cry when I get anxious, when I get angry, when I get frustrated, when I get happy. I cry through all those modes. I do need a course, right, Rose? Yes, babe. Let's talk about your progressed Sag rising. So, thank you so much. I hope this is helping you guys. I hope this simplification is just showing you, oh, okay. Like, even down to your love language, is your Venus in earth, water, or is it in fire and air? That's going to tell you straight off the bat. Stop guessing. Stop guessing. Stop guessing. Stop. God gave you a blueprint. Here's your blueprint. Stop guessing. Dive into your energy. Love your energy. Love who you are. That's why I love astrology, because I get to love who I am. I don't have to fight no more because other people are trying to make me be some type of way. I'm not trying to be like them. I'm trying to be like me. And if we want to really get into Sabian symbols, oh, that's going to be a whole... I just looked at my Sabian symbol, and I've been researching my Sabian symbol for a long time, and I'm literally here to talk life into people. I'm here to ignite people. I've been wondering why I've been doing this shit my whole life. Every person I meet, I'm always talking to them about their dreams and what they want to do, and da-da-da-da, blah, 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 blah. It's in my Sabian symbol. It's literally what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to nurture, Cancer rising, nurture and nourish and take care of people's dreams and their hopes and what they want to do. That's literally why I'm here. That's my life purpose. Let me read it to you guys real quick. Let me read it to you. JamesBurgess.com. JamesBurges.com. Everything is a Sabian symbol. This is his website. This is where I get my information. Let me give you my Sabian symbol. It says Chinese woman nursing baby with message. Please get into this. Let me read it to you. Whereas the clown sees characteristic details to bring down the overstated individual, the visionary sees the integral wholeness in which an individual operates and so reveals their fullest, as yet unrealized potential. We can offer a great service to another by seeing them more than they think they are. A true teacher will expect more of a student than they do of themselves. Quote, recognition of destiny. Sometimes it is enough that one person offers recognition in order for another to claim their greater destiny. Yo, I could cry. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. My rising is Cancer. It's 12 degrees. Are you for real? You need to be looking this up. The Sabian symbols was done by a clairvoyant, and they just channeled all the symbols and they came up with these words and what they're supposed to mean. JamesBurgess.com. Look, JamesBurgess.com. Are you for real? You can put your whole thing in here and it'll tell you your symbols. Hold on. Vision, intention, cooperation, prayer. Ain't nobody gonna stop me. Can't nobody stop me. You can look at every planet, Chloe. Every planet. Venus, Mars, Mercury, Pluto, Saturn, your house cusps. Your house cusps. Baby, CG, me and you. Hello. Your midheaven is at 12 degrees Cancer. This is what you're supposed to bring to the world. There's more to read, of course. Excuse me. There's more to read, naturally. But I'm not gonna bore y'all with all that. The reason why I want to bring my personal examples is because you guys know me a little bit. And you know my energy a little bit. So I'm trying to put y'all on and show y'all, oh, this is how I show up. I'm showing up like this because God planned it for me. I'm perfect in God's eyes. I might not be perfect in your eyes, but I'm perfect in God's eyes. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? So when I'm tweeting little shit and you see me talking about save, those are the tweets that don't get a lot of interaction, but I be dropping so many gems on y'all. I be dropping so much hidden shit that people are gonna charge you so much money for. And I just, people, if you know how much, are you for real? This, I could cry. Chinese woman nursing baby with mess. And you know what? It's going to become so realistic. I'm going to meet a Chinese woman one day. And she's going to be holding a baby, and she's going to have a message for me. That's how I read astrology. Same thing, I am Novi Brown on Twitter. That's how I read astrology. One day I'm going to meet, if I don't remember right now, I'm going to meet a Chinese woman nursing a baby, and she's going to have a message for me that I'm going to bring to the world. Watch. 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 So it has a calculator right here. Oop. Excuse me. It has a calculator. It has the list. So you go to the list and it gives you all the things with all the degrees. Sabian symbols go to another spot. But hold on. First, let me talk about the progressed Sag. I did not forget. You started as a Capricorn rising. So life was, you had to grow up fast with a lot of responsibilities, deadlines, timelines, hardships. Even if your life was really, really good, you could have a very blessed life because there could be trines to that, meaning that but you saw people grinding. You know what I'm saying? Baby, you're going to dive so deep into this. And then you got to look at your progress chart too for the Sabian symbols. So, I love teaching this shit. I'm going to come out with some classes soon, guys. I am. I've been saying it for like a year. I've been saying this since 2021. I'm not a thief. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not a thief. I'm not a thief. I don't want to be a false prophet. I need to study. I need to learn. I need to do readings for my friends. I need to track things. I need to research. I need to be a student. Even though my Mars is in the 9th house, like, I'm that girl when it comes to higher learning and higher knowledge, but baby, I'm a student. That's why I like to give out this information for free, and I think I want to do more teaching stuff than just doing personalized readings, because I have North Node in the 11th house, so teaching in big groups or having like classrooms is really more part of my pathway. You know what I'm saying? I'm more comfortable having open dialogue with several different people, right? And pulling all my Virgo risings up and having a discussion, stuff like that. So, yeah. Plus, I have, Mercury, Pluto. It's a lot. So, this is so good. I love astrology. Oh my God. So good. I could cry. God really did they big one with astrology. God really did they big one. Because it's right here in front of us. God really said, here you go. And y'all be letting people try to confuse. Stop letting motherfuckers confuse you. Stop letting them, nah. Stop. The cheat code is right in front of you. Okay? Yes. So go on the calculator. If you don't know your stuff already, go to the Sabian calculator. Boom. And then it literally says how to use the birth time, how to use Sabian symbols. Find out more. You go scroll down and you put your information right there. All right? And I have a book too. No, you don't have to book. This is free. Okay? Yes, I think I've met people who love astrology as much as me, but not in my immediate circle. Everybody comes to me for advice. But you look up every part, Tori. Your sun, your rising, your everything, every single degree in your chart. You should look up every degree in your chart. So you could go, it's going to take you a lot of time. This is the current chart for today, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to look up every single one of these planets. Oh, that's at this degree. That's at that degree. Okay, If you want to know how to make money, you look at your second house cusp and you look at the degree that's at. If it's at Leo 5 degrees, you're going to look at the Sabian symbol. It's going to have a lot to do with how you make money. If you look at your seventh, let me show y'all. I don't think y'all understand. God hid everything in plain sight. It's like, God is so tea. God is so tea. I listen to what my partner... If you want to go deep, I can do decans for you, meaning I can break them down. But if you want to go to another level, let me tell you what my 7th house says. My 7th house is 12-degree Capricorn. Passing on life lessons that you've learned. Scientific materialism has been the driving force of modernity. I can't say it. And its push to gain knowledge and dominance of all life has been both wonderful and terrible. We have created the Big Bang Theory and walked on the moon, yet we have also built nuclear and biological weapons. The collective mind of humanity is the consciousness of the planet, and its purpose is to become more and more conscious of what is the structure and dynamic of life on Earth. This is achieved as we come up against new challenges and find a way to exploit natural resources to meet the challenge. Quote, an illustrated lecture on natural science reveals little-known aspects of life. It's called Learning to Manage Physicality. You know what's so interesting about this? Before I met my partner, he went to the gym sometimes. He's in the gym now. He's becoming stronger and stronger and learning how to master the physical world more and more and more and more and more since we've been together. He's been on his discipline. He's at the, like, we're here right now where we are, and he's like, I'm going to go to the gym. It is 7 o'clock at night. If that's not a Capricorn thing, I don't know what to tell you. The words are attention, openness, exchange, and communion. True knowledge is imparted through explanation, not persuasion. If you guys could meet Malcolm in real life, he says a lot of wild shit, guys. He's just himself. But I'm an Aries North Node. I have to be around people who are authentically themselves. I have to be around those kind of people. Malcolm is the most caring, most loving man that I know. He sacrifices for his family. He works so hard. He's so intelligent. And he really is doing the work to take his family to the next level. And I appreciate him so much. And he's taught me so many...
Thanks, boo. That's kind. Oh, ain't no seat.
He's taught me so many beautiful life lessons that I don't agree with all the time. But he brings an element of reality to my life. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all laughing because that's how it looks. We have a lot of the same placement. Gia, girl, we're astrologically twin. And he's funny as hell. Yes, he is funny as hell. And I have a stellium in the 5th house, so I need somebody who knows how to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to laugh. And because I have a stellium in the 5th house, when it comes to children, he's extremely protective. Please stop farting. I'm on live. When we go to the playground, he's everyone's favorite. People love him. He's amazing. And something amazing about him as well is because I have, mind you, I have Aries North Node, right? I have Capricorn on the 7th. So I'm done with him too. Don't be done with me. I didn't fart on camera. He farted. Okay, it wasn't me. But the cool thing is, with Aries on the North Node, I need to be with somebody who's going to let me have alone time. He's going to heighten my entrepreneur skills and my mindset. You know, I always come up with a business idea. Malcolm's like, cool, whatever you want to do. Right? That's him. I take solo trips. I spend a lot of time alone. He loves his alone time. We both appreciate just being by ourselves. Love that. That's something cool about water too. Water needs their space, their emotional space. And then there's Capricorn on the 7th. I'm building my business. He respects the business I'm building. So when we first met, I want to give you guys a little background. So we met in 2019. And as soon as I got with him, I booked a movie. I was telling somebody else's story and they said, oh, he's your good luck charm. I said, he is. I booked a movie as soon as we got together. He thought I was doing that shit all the time, didn't you? Then I got on a TV show later that year. Listen, God is funny. But the thing that really made me like him in the beginning was I was out of town and I was in Barnes & Noble, and I got this numerology book, and I was like, he said, what are you doing? I said, and I'm in Barnes & Noble. I got this book, when's your birthday, when's your daughter's birthday, right? I'm reading all the stuff. And he's like, how much is the book? I was like, $18. And then he cashed at me $10. And he was like, oh, here's $10 on your book. Just get your book. He does not care about astrology to this day. Do you? But he saw me, here you go, babe. And he saw my personal interests, and he saw what I liked, and he wanted to help me get to the next level. He was investing. That's Earth on the somebody who gives you resources is really important. He was investing in what I wanted to do. And so now, fast forward, we're together 6 years now. We did our first short film last year, and when we link up, when him and I really put our minds to it, we're still water signs, so we get distracted. When we put our minds to it, shit just goes like to the next level. It really does. Like when we really just shut up and we put our minds to it, we did our first short and we already won 5 awards, and they're international. So I want you guys to understand, it's not about your desires. It's not about it's not about your the what you call it, instant gratification. It's about your need, right? Malcolm needs somebody in his life as a Virgo rising. He needs somebody who's going to give him a space, especially creatively. He can be in the bathtub for 2 or 3 hours just on his phone, being creative, looking, learning. He needs that space, right? He needs somebody who's going to believe in him, have undying faith in him, and accept him in his wholeness. I accept him in his wholeness. You know, that's one aspect of our relationship. So don't get us wrong. We still have challenges, but that's because usually we always want the same thing, just in a different way. It's so funny. So what I'm trying to teach you, especially ladies in heterosexual relationships, because I can't speak for a man, look for what you need, not what you desire. Your desires can lead you astray, because Venus, I don't know if you guys understand, Venus is a singular planet. It's lonely. Venus is beauty, but you have to remember the story of Aphrodite. And you have to understand the story of Persephone. Persephone was taken to the underworld. She was kidnapped because of her beauty. And beauty and going with things that are superficial come with a cost. The 7th house will deepen what you need. Okay? Will deepen what you need. So if you're progressed, are you progressed Gemini rising or progressed Gemini 7th? So say whatever you're progressed in, Sagittarius rising, you need fire. You need to explore the world with your person now. It can't just be about business. It can't just be about status. It can't just be about legacy. It has to be about faith. It has to be about the integrity. There's going to be a test of integrity if you are in a progressed Sagittarius 7th house. Loyalty is going to be tested. Principle is going to be tested. Morality is going to be tested. Are your morals aligned? Right? If you're progressed Gemini rising, that means your 7th house is in Sagittarius, as I'm saying right now. You need somebody who's going to teach you to zoom out when it comes to worldviews. You might be attracted to foreigners. You might be attracted to people from different cultural backgrounds now. That's what you're more attracted to. You might want to move across the country for a loved one. Okay? You have Pluto in the 7th house, Taurus rising. Okay, so let's talk about Pluto in the 7th.
It's 7:30.
Oh, I gotta stop talking. Did you go to the gym?
I did 100 push-ups.
You did 100 push-ups right now? Okay. That's okay. Don't be nervous about your okay, so this is the last tidbit. You're about to turn 27. Congratulations. You're about to go through your Saturn return. It's in your 7th house. The 7th house means there's going to be some relationship shit. There's going to be one person in your life who is going to teach you some hard lessons. You have to know when to tap out of the lesson. That's going to happen with Saturn in the 7th. It's going to be interesting depending on how your Saturn is aspected. If it's aspected really well to a planet that it likes, for instance, say it's in Venus and Taurus, then it's going to be a good situation. You could get married at this time, okay? People with Saturn in the 7th tend to get married early or tend to have very serious relationships very early on in their life. So, if you have Saturn in the 7th as a Saturn return, first of all, in my humble opinion as your astrologer and as your big sis, you shouldn't get married before you're 30 because you have Saturn in the 7th. Now, it really depends. Again, if your Saturn is well aspected, if it's trine your North Node, if it's trine Venus, if it's trine Moon, then you will become in a partnership early on and you can have a wonderful marriage. Okay? There's people with Venus in the 12th house who have amazing marriages. It's about the aspects and the houses that it's in. Okay? That is the most important part. So with Saturn in the 7th, there is going to be a partnership, whether it's business or personal, that will teach you very hard lessons about boundaries and respect. If you are willing to learn the lesson, Saturn will not destroy you. If you are going to get lost in the lesson, that's going to be a different situation. Okay? That is different. So I need you to look at your aspect, because I don't know your rising. I don't know any of those other things, because your rising could be Aquarius or Capricorn, and Saturn is in the 7th. So a lot of your life has to do with partnerships and this marriage and this long-term commitment that you have with somebody. And it could be an elder. It could be somebody in your family. It all depends on the sign. Okay? Now, I want you to understand that you will go through a hard time. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. It could be due to work situations. It could be due to a fallout. It could be due to distance, because Saturn can create distance. Maybe you guys won't end up together because you're on the other side of the country and you guys can't afford to be together right now. However, listen, there are those amazing love stories where in 27 years from now, you'll meet that person again. You see what I'm saying? That's why you hear about people that'll, oh my God, I married my high school sweetheart at 57 because they married them during their second Saturn return. Do you see? Right? And if you have Saturn in Gemini, that's going to be a hardship due to what somebody said, through a form of communication. You could even be cut off from somebody. Somebody could cut you off in a communicative from talking to you. Okay? I'm grateful for you, Nova. You made me realize what I'm afraid of, and what makes me feel the most alive is acting. I love that. Yes, you could do compatibility with progress charts, and there's this thing called a synastry chart, which you put your chart plus their chart, and it creates a new chart, and it shows you the journey of their relationship. For instance, I'll give you another example. Me and Malcolm have Leo rising, progress, like as our synastry chart, but South Node in the 7th house and North Node in the 7th. We're meant to be married. We're meant to be together. And it's going to be in a non-conventional, non-traditional way. That's very much true as to what we're experiencing and living in this relationship. It is very non-traditional. And it's very blended. That's also Aquarius, blended family. I'm a stepmom. You see what I'm saying? So we are meant to be together. But imagine if you guys have South Node in the 7th house. You probably guys will get married and then end up breaking up. Right? And if you look at, oh yes, composite, excuse me. Yes, 4 in the morning. Excuse me, not synastry chart, composite, excuse me. When you put them and you add them together, you make one chart, is a composite chart, excuse me. And the two charts on top of each other is a synastry chart, seeing how we interact with each other. But the composite chart shows us the journey of our relationship. So, yes, thank you so much. You're 1000% correct. So the composite chart, if you look at your Saturn placement, that will show you every 7 years where you guys will have a breakdown in your relationship. And the issues in your relationship, where a lot of the issues will come from. It'll show you how to make money. It'll show you how you take care of each other. It'll show you how you treat the relationship, how you treat your friends. If you guys are social, if you're not social, you know you guys have been in a relationship with somebody before. You guys are always social, and then you've been in a relationship where you're always in the house. It'll show you. You said, yeah, Saturn, Gemini first house, Pluto, Sag 7th. I dated a guy who has Saturn in the 7th, always clashed. Yeah, because Pluto in the 7th is control issues in relationships. You know what I'm saying? That can become violent, unfortunately. And yes, there are things that can get violenced, you know. Mars, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, Pluto in the 7th all can create a storm. You know what I'm saying? It can create a crazy situation, like, and then it gets out of hand. So astrologywithnovi.com if you want to book a reading with me. Thank you so much. And then we're going to get on this. We're doing a class this year, right, boo? Probably on my birthday. Or around my birthday in November, Scorpio season. I think that makes sense. So thank you guys for spending time with me. I hope this was a good chat for you all. I hope you guys understood what I was saying. I hope you guys learned from this chat. I hope you guys understand that God has a plan for you, and you are deserving of love. You're deserving to be taken care of. All your dreams can come true. You just got to stop copying and pasting somebody else's life onto your life. That's where the frustration comes from. You know what I'm saying? Your career is never going to be like somebody else's career if you have South Node in the 10th house. It's not. Your family's never going to look like the traditional mom and dad if you have a lot of Aquarius placements or Aquarius moon. You're going to come from a blended family. You're going to have half sisters and half brothers and divorces and marriages in the family. So stop comparing yourself to other people. Live in your chart. Stop living in other people's ideals. They took this information away from us because it empowers us. You hear what I'm saying? It makes us feel more confident about who we are. It makes us understand our life cycles. It makes us understand our blessings and not. Like, some of us are blessed with children. Some of us are not. Some of us are blessed with marriage. Some of us are not. Some of us are blessed with a great home, and some of us are not. But that doesn't mean that you cannot change that cycle in your life. It doesn't mean that you can't catch the blessings when they do come, and it doesn't mean that you can't change your life when your progress chart is progressing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you can change things for yourself, because you could have started with the Pluto in the 7th house, but it's not always going to stay there. It's not always going to be like that. You know what I mean? You could start with South Node in the 4th house, meaning you have bad family ties, and you put all your energy into your future, but you're gonna have to come back home at some point and do all that again. So I want you guys to know it's a guide, just like you play a video game and you open up the map and you look at the map and you're like, oh, where am I? Use your chart as a map. Use it as a guiding tool. Use it as an affirmation and a confirmation tool that, yes, this is my love language. This is how I emotionally cope. These are the things I'm attracted to. I don't have to be one thing for other people. If you are bisexual, if you're binary, if you are gay, if you are straight, live your life. As long as you're consenting and you're honest, that's why Aries is the first sign. That's why Aries is opposite Libra when it comes to relationship. Honesty, authenticity, standing up for yourself is going to get you much further than playing other people's games. Okay? Okay, that's it. Say like, comment, subscribe.
Everybody going on our YouTube channel, guys. Yeah.